So we're looking at some really incredible data. I shot this last week. We got a giant right here, but there's a bunch of creatures all in these bushes, right behind these. I mean, incredible looking stuff. Um, this one over here is huge, 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 and we've been looking at it in the nostrils and all that. But watch this thing. It's 20 feet tall. This is an enormous Sasquatch, huge creature. It's actually this type of creature. So probably the most fascinating aspect of all this is that we've had to learn about our own limitations to more effectively study the creatures. Another technique that I use is adding shadow, and we can see the shot here, and we're breaking down the creature that's right here, but he's got buddies with him. And if we look here, we got this shape, but is it solid or is it, something else? So sometimes when you put a little more shadow in it, you can kind of get an idea of what's going on there. Though with the achromatic creatures, it's hard to tell. So this is our subject right here, and we're going to crop in on him, and we're going to take a look here, and this is going to be our guy, and we're going to be looking for him. So we're going to work on that and try to give ourselves, look, we got eye shine, boom, boom. Here's his nostrils and his mouth, eyes, nostrils, mouth. Watch this. Oh, you can see the mouth and the lips right there. Yeah, see, we're going to have to make constant adjustments in order to see this guy, but we can see. Here he is, man. That's a disturbing look at one of their faces. He's kind of got his chin up, kind of like he's looking like there's something in front of his face over here. Is it another creature? I don't know. He seems to be looking out from behind something, but we still have this over here, and there's some odd shapes amongst the trees in here with the achromatic blend thing going on, so we're going to pay attention there. But what a great frame. We need to obviously shed a little more light on it, and hopefully we can see the lip line on this, the eye. Here's the nose, and the bridge is right here. His whole face is right here, and he's just peeking through. There's his eyes right there, open. Move through a couple frames here. Got the top of the head and the fuzz and all that stuff right there. Oof. Those lips are something else. As we move forward, we're going to have to make adjustments because the camera is receiving light differently at different angles. It all changes everything that's going on with them, because you're literally, by changing the angle of your camera, adjusting the amount of exposure you're giving the creatures while you're filming. So the difficulties filming these creatures surround the exposures that your camera is picking up, specifically as it pertains to the diffusion that the sunlight's picking up. So they're in there, and if it's overexposed, it's actually, and can be, but look at that creature in there, man. There he is right here. Nostrils, big fat nose, eyes are back behind that big fat mouth and jaw there. We can see him in there, and we're wide lips, right? We've got the face. You can see that trollish kind of nose right there. That's that Sasquatch nose. You know what that looks like? That looks like him. That's his kind. You can plainly see that in that footage. They could be brothers. Big wide nostrils. Shed a little more detail. There we go. We can see him inside there. and advancing frames. Now we're actually literally going to have to change the crop back because I'm zooming in on this creature and trying to catch him with the lens. So we're resetting. Here we are here. Buddies, there's something going on. There's obviously something going on over here. I haven't looked at this yet. I've got immense. I mean, look at this. If you look at the line where this is right here, we're looking at one of those brows. And here's the trim of the forehead, and the head just is in perfect line with it. We've got an immense creature here. And this nose, here's the eye right here. You can even see the eye. This is one of those gray creatures, and he's huge. He's enormous. This is a 20-something foot creature, man. It's ridiculous. We'll get to him. I mean, I got to get this one done. So we're looking at resetting the crop, and here I am, natural zoom, zooming in with my lens, and you can see the creatures right here. So all those frames, that's proof, guys, of the creatures that we're talking about. It's all been fully explained. These hominoids are out there. So when people talk nonsense about Bigfoot not having been documented, that's wrong. And all this nonsense about we need this and the debates going on, we're debating with blind people who don't know, they can't see and don't understand any of what we're talking about because they're unwilling to look at themselves. I personally will not debate with people like that. Self-understanding has taught me a great deal about studying the creatures, and if you're in on this and you're trying to learn about the creatures, then you should be paying attention, not trying to debate something you weren't there for and haven't looked at in the first place. So that's the thing. The sciences are solid, the links are solid, we can see the creatures plainly. These are enormous creatures. Look at this thing, man. Huge head up here, man. We can see this whole thing. He's got buddies, but I'm not getting into that right now. We're focusing on what is and what can be seen, and we can plainly see it, man. I'll brighten it up a little more, give it a little more of that 3D look to it, and once it renders, it'll clear right up. Again, and we've got this thing we've got to deal with over here. We've got quite a bit going on over there, and it looks like he's hiding in the bush. But look at this. It's crazy, man. Let's move through where I highlighted. Look at that face. Boom. There it is. That's the goblin everybody's describing in South America. It looks just like it, doesn't it? Huh. Let's take a look at some highlighted stuff. Look at this one. Man, we get his eyes. It's unbelievable.